she just rammed her big body into me. And I was, at that time, 5'7". I'm talking
like 80 pounds.
Literally rammed me. I had the largest bruise anyone's ever seen on my vulva. Cause that, I got a big kitty.
Wow.
Okay.
Hi, I'm not Audra.
And I'm not Lex Wilson.
And we are not wearing wigs. Welcome to brOCD, our podcast, where we talk on microphones and you listen and you like it.
And I bet you're wondering, what is brOCD? Is it like maybe we produced a, what's CD stand for? The disc?
Compass.
Yeah, maybe two bros got together. Maybe we're biological brothers and we produced a music track.
Right.
No, we both actually just have obsessive
OCD,
compulsive disorder.
And we're also bros, hence the bro, C and the D.
It's a little like play on the word OCD.
OCD,
it's like a little thing.
Yeah, it's a niche kind of underground.
Yeah.
Step people off. Yeah, so we were like, this is a long time coming. I feel like we're talking to America right now. We're talking to the world. We're talking to the nation.
Oh, so you think that America's the whole world?
Yeah, well,
it's very American view.
It's important to be a nationalist, I'd say. But this is a long time coming. This is a long time coming. It's almost happened multiple times.
We've recorded
before.
Recorded for an hour plus.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen.
This is happening. This is going to be on the internet. I don't care.
We called Rode. We got the microphone set up.
I forget his name, but he was so helpful. He kind of had a sexy voice.
I was gonna say, I feel like he has like, I don't know. I feel like he has a good haircut.
I have pneumonia. That's why I'm wheezing. I don't have a laugh right now. I just wheeze.
But yeah, no, he did sound a little bit sexy. We made sure that he got his flowers.
Yeah. He kept saying my name. I was like, say it again, but slower.
I'm sure that's like what he's supposed to do, and that's like protocol. But no, he wanted to.
No, he wanted.
I could tell there was a little something going on there. There was a spark. But he got us set up, and here we are.
Oh my God, we were getting really frustrated. Maple was getting in the way. She was pissing me off. Maple's I love her. Cat. She was being delicate, but I was not feeling delicate. I was just feeling Aggies.
She actually wasn't feeling delicate. She's a very unique girl. She likes to. I think she really is anti-technology. She hates when you're on your phone. She'll come over and knock it out of your hand. She hates laptops. She'll run across the keyboard. Yeah, I think she really just demands attention, which is very similar to Jax, my partner.
Yeah, that's where she gets it from, because Jax actually birthed her out of their butt. So.
Well, no, so I did birth her, but Jax is the father.
My apologies. Okay, my apologies. I wasn't sure with all your guys' biology, what's going on there. But
right.
I was diagnosed kind of almost with pneumonia yesterday, but I wasn't diagnosed with pneumonia yesterday because I went to the Minute Clinic, and he was like, he listened to my lungs, and he was like, I'm going to treat it like pneumonia. I was like, okay, so I was like, do I have pneumonia? And he was like, he paused. He was like, you could say that. So I'm just telling people I have pneumonia. Can I show you something?
Ooh. Oh, wow, yeah, that's not good.
So
make sure you just cough off, Mike.
Yeah, no problem.
Not like directly into that. That's kind of something similar that happened to me when I got diagnosed with scoliosis. My doctor was like, yeah, I think you have a little bit of scoliosis. Oh, and here's the diva walking in. Everybody pay close attention. Do you hear a little meow? That sounds kind of uncat-like and a little bit more human-like.
She does. She says so.
Yeah. Maple in the middle of the night likes to, when we're not giving her attention because we're sleeping, she'll meow in a way that sounds like she's speaking, and she goes, hello? Hello?
Come here. Do you want to be on the podcast?
She also has this really weird quirk where she munches in the air. It sounds like she's
chewing styrofoam.
But yeah, whenever I got diagnosed with scoliosis, he was like, yeah, I think you have a little bit of scoliosis. And I was
it's like, I do or I don't.
Yeah, do I have
That's fine if I do. No judgment.
And ever since then, I've been telling people I do. But after that, I did get told I had it again by a chiropractor. So
yeah,
I will be using that to try and get my breast reduction covered by health insurance.
That's important. Just tell them my plan for when I go to get my hysterectomy, because I tried to ask a doctor about that and he brushed me off and laughed at me. My next plan is to tell them that I'll kill myself if they don't give me a hysterectomy. It's not true, probably, but like I will tell them like I'm suicidal because of my uterus, and then I'll say, well, do you want me to kill myself? And then they'll say no, and I'll say, so then take my uterus out, and then they'll probably do it on the spot.
Depending on the doctor, I think there's 3 different things that could happen. One, they could not care at all. Depends if it's a private or public hospital.
Yeah.
2, they could send you to
they're gonna check me in
psychiatric
immediately.
hospital.
They're gonna say no problem, give us just 15. They're gonna step out, men in white jackets are gonna come in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be straight jacketed, and then I'm probably gonna die in police custody, because that's usually what happens to black women.
Oh,
so
guys, we're really not afraid to get political on this podcast.
No.
Fuck
Read
golf.
it and weep.
Fuck golf.
Actually,
Genuinely, I did a paper in college about golf and its negative environmental impacts, and it was really hard to get actual information on that story because everybody apparently who has PhDs in golf science are big golfers. So they don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about the truth, but I know the truth.
I don't know the truth, but here's something I do know. It's elitist as fuck, and anything with a big price tag, anything that rich people need to separate themselves from other people, I don't like. I don't fuck like Pilates. No issue with Pilates itself, but
I did take a Pilates class. I've been kind of on this journey where I've been taking one free class of basically every like workout, like kind of workout you can do, or gym.
Yeah.
Pilates was not for me. It's definitely white women, like mainly in their 40s or like retired,
and they're rich.
Yeah, or they're like a stay-at-home wife, which love that for them.
No
did
problem.
Not fit that vibe at all. And the lady who was doing the class was not very nice to me.
Because you're not one of them.
No, I wasn't. And I was like 1 minute late, and I called beforehand. I was like, hey, I'm running a little bit late, and they were not happy with me.
I'm like, shut up. You know Raven from Love Is Blind? Do you remember her?
Oh my god,
she's like fucking stunning. She like is actually one of the most beautiful people ever.
What's her partner?
Couldn't tell you. I don't think they're together anymore, and I think she said no, but I can't remember. Raven, this is significant to Pilates. Love Is Blind. Raven Ross.
I do see a lot of people who do Pilates. Oh, she does Pilates.
She does Pilates down. Was it MK? Was it her husband MK?
Oh,
I don't know. But
I do remember. Yeah.
I just saw this on Reddit recently. Because I'm on FOMO, which is like a little pop culture thing. Well, actually, I'm not on it, but I just get it a lot. Anyway, I think it was there that somebody posted a video of her Instagram reel or TikTok, one or the other, same thing, different font, don't matter. And she was talking about Pilates and why there's such a big price tag on it and why there's such like a big price barrier. And she was just being like, this like is like, I can't remember everything she said, but she was like, it's like a lot of work. Like it has taken like years to develop, as if like literally everything in the world isn't the same way. Like, sorry, trigger warning, kickboxing or like yoga or like, we gotta talk about that. Like as if like everything in the world, like I mean like yoga has like an insane like deep rich history, and like white people have now just like taken it over and like appropriated it and like put these weird price tags on it, and it's like, shut up. It's like, girl, it doesn't need to be this way. She's just acting like, oh, and I think she also, maybe this is misinformation, but I think she said something like the price tag is there to keep like certain people out or something like that. Ooh, and that
never sounds good.
That is what price barriers are for, is because people feel safer when people who have the money to pay to be in certain spaces are there, and that means that certain people aren't. But it's like, you're weird. I think you're weird for that.
Yeah, I think that's weird. I think similar to golf, it is a white rich people thing to do Pilates.
It is.
And obviously there's, I mean, I don't even want to say everybody can do it, because not everybody can do it, because not everybody can afford it. I'm sure there's like YouTube videos and stuff, but bar Pilates, which is the popular one, has a unique setup that you have to use. But yeah, I did Pilates. I did Orange Theory. You were supposed to do Orange Theory, but you were out too late at the club.
I literally was, and I just slept through it. And
we were at the club together.
We were
actually that night, but
and then you did kickboxing, which do you wanna?
So what they don't tell you about kickboxing is
will throw up.
That you will throw up, and the class will have to end abruptly.
Did the class really?
Well, so the way
it really end because of it?
It was only my session ended. Yes, I really thought too. Okay, what happened was. So what had happened was I signed up for a free kickboxing class, which is something you can do. I really advocate for everybody to sign up for free workout classes, except for kickboxing. If you haven't actually moved your body faster than like 2 miles per hour in the past 6 years, I wouldn't recommend it.
If you're just a drag king and you do no other physical activity, don't do kickboxing.
And I don't even dance when I perform. Like when I go on stage, I do some weird little, I take my shirt off and I floss my butt with my pants. And then afterwards I'm like so I went to kickboxing, and he was like, yeah, we're just gonna do a little easy warm-up, 30 seconds jump roping.
Wait, it was the beginning?
Yeah, the warm-up was 30 seconds of jump roping, which seriously genuinely sounds like nothing.
No, it doesn't. I would not. You cannot get me to jump over 10 seconds. No, you don't. It doesn't sound like nothing. You're valid.
Mind you, I haven't like worked out like jump rope worked out in a while, so I started jump roping like how kids do where they skip. I was doing the cute little skip.
You were doing the second grader little kid.
I was, and he was like, okay,
That's
whenever
funny.
you're ready, go ahead and give me like. And then he properly showed me how to do it. He was kind of attractive. He was like cute and kind of nerdy.
That makes it worse.
Yeah, and like obviously I wasn't gonna pursue that. I do have a loving monogamous partner, but I was like, wow,
It's embarrassing. If I wanted to, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like had the opportunity presented itself, it would never have.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I did about 23 seconds, and then I immediately started feeling extremely nauseous. I was like, I need a water. He had to give me a free water. But I did push on after that, actually. It didn't end right there. I think that's where my body shut down. But I was like, I'm not going to look like a loser who has to end this class in 30 seconds. So I kept going. He asked me if I had ever put boxing gloves on. And
no, why would I have done that?
Well, see, the issue is that I have, but for drag. So I tried. I didn't know how to answer because I'm like, what is the question? Do I know how to box, or have I used Velcro before to put them on? Because if it's the latter,
I would answer his question. I'm answering your question. If you're asking me, have I boxed before? No. Have I put boxing gloves on before? Yes.
And that
Those
was
are
the
two different
question.
things.
And so I said yes, and I think like he kind of tried to ask me like what my experience was, and I didn't want to tell him I'm a drag king because
you don't know the response.
I don't know
to
what
that.
the vibe there is.
You never
Also,
know.
It was really dark in there, and I'm like,
I don't say the D word in public.
Right yeah. So I told him I do comedy.
There you go.
And I said I used those for a sketch. Little did he know.
That's more digestible.
Because it also is like true.
Yeah.
My drag is comedy, but I did wear those boxing gloves to do a number where I beat up a pillow, and it was like a pillow fight number.
And he didn't need to know that. That's just for you to take to the grave.
He didn't need to know, and he never will find out.
No.
But I did keep going. My form was terrible. Honestly, genuinely, the whole experience.
Did you
was pretty
kick,
bad.
box?
I kicked. I punched.
And then what happened? How did it lead to the point that you were gonna throw up?
It really kind of came out of nowhere. First of all, I don't know if he was just trying to really get me to buy the membership or if I was genuinely doing good, but he was like, "Yeah, you're better than most beginners." But it did work for me.
You could be though.
I don't.
You're good at everything. A little bit.
You think so?
I think it's like a thing in neurodivergent people, I'm not kidding, where you're really good or like you're decently good at every single thing that you try, but not like good enough to like really go for it, you know what I mean?
I've
like,
always thought that about myself.
Yeah, me too. And like I genuinely think also it might have to do a little bit with perhaps we blame it on the neurodivergence. I think that might be true, but also I think like a lot of neurodivergent people have the need to be good at things, and it just like a kind of like a type A personality, but not quite, where it's like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna put my badoosie into it, or nothing, and if I don't put my badoosie into it, then I don't want to do it, you know what I mean? So that makes sense. I could see that for you.
I think I was doing all right. And there was that one time when I was 17 where I was recruited to be a female MMA fighter in that man's garage.
You were almost kidnapped. You were almost trafficked, I think is what you're saying.
I did go. And I really thought it was a whole thing. That's a story for another time.
I caramba.
But it was the whole thing.
Yeah.
When they found out I was 17, they were like, "You can't do this anymore."
I don't like that.
But
I don't like that.
But long story short, I was throwing the punches, I was throwing the kicks, and we were. It's called 9 round, and we had gotten to round 7, I think. And
that's good.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to get to the 9th.
Yeah, but that's good. You got more than halfway through.
Yeah, and I paused and I was like, I need to go to a drink of water. Got the drink of water. I came back. He was like, "How you feeling about average?" And I said, "I'm gonna throw up." I said that.
And then he was like, "You want to end?"
No, he did not ask that. He said, "Here's the bathroom." I went to the bathroom. I sat on the floor for about 45 seconds. I came back thinking we were gonna finish the last 2 rounds, and he was like, "Let me show you the payment options."
I like that. I like that he read the room.
He was very nice.
I would imagine that you were very pale in that moment.
Yeah, I'm very pale right now. I'm realizing I probably was even whiter than I am right now. I look crazy.
Like, it's really white.
I know.
Especially compared to mine. That's not fair. I'm person of color, so you can't compare yourself to me. It's not fair.
Yeah, and I'm a redhead, so it's like double whammy.
Yeah,
There's not a single ounce of, I almost said,
melatonin.
I almost said something worse. I can't remember what though. Not melatonin, melanoma. Wait, what is that? Is that skin cancer?
Yes.
I probably do have a little bit of that.
Listen, you could. Yesterday I was trying to talk about vertigo because I do experience vertigo. I don't know if we talked about this, and I called it vitiligo. I was like, I forget exactly how I said it, but I was like, my vertigo is kicking my vitiligo is kicking my ass today.
Show me your spots.
Show me your spots. I used to believe I have vitiligo because you can probably see it on camera. I have, can you see it right here? Like it's light right here.
No, I'm not saying anything like that.
Heard.
Maybe.
You see, wait.
Maybe when you move your hand like that and you stretch your skin.
I can't see it, but I used to think I had vitiligo because I have like a big lighter spot on my leg. ASMR.
I think there was probably a moment where I wanted vitiligo. I know that's, and I'm not trying.
Sure.
I know that it's like a serious struggle for people.
No, absolutely.
I don't know if it has any sort of like health consequences, but I know just
Couldn't
like emotionally dealing with like having a different appearance from the rest of the population is probably bad for your brain. But I was like, that'd be so unique and different for me.
I think I was just talking about this the other day. Was it with you? I think it was. I don't know. We were talking about like the desire to have a broken bone when you were a kid. Like I need that attention. And like I think when Winnie Harlow from America's Next Top Model, who became a model with vitiligo, became big, and everybody thought she was beautiful. I was like, well, I want something quirky that makes me beautiful. Which quirky, not fair. That was just how I was thinking at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's how I felt about like everybody felt that way about freckles, and like it's just like how people felt about things that make you like maybe they're not traditionally beautiful, but you want them, and it's like that's not actually how that goes at all. But
I wanted 2 colored eyes for so long.
Heterochromia.
Yes. And I don't know if you remember. Were you on Tumblr?
No, but I was very aware of Tumblr's culture.
I wasn't on Tumblr because I wasn't cool enough, but I was huge on Pinterest, and unfortunately Pinterest is kind of like Instagram Reels where like everything eventually gets there, but it's like a little bit late. So I was aware
really
of what was happening on Tumblr because all of Pinterest was just Tumblr posts.
Yeah,
but it was like
Facebook was.
It was a while late. But there was like this post that would go around about how like, did you know that 0.001% of the population naturally have purple eyes? And it was like called something.
I know what you're talking about. I can't place anything other than the fact that I've seen that before. Because I was on Facebook like it was my sustenance when I was a kid. Like that was my shit. That was like how I found out about feminism. Very white feminism. That's how I found out about feminism and stuff. Yeah. That's how I knew what Tumblr was, because like Tumblr posts and tweets would end up on Facebook. Yeah. Until I'd share them. Yeah. Shout out Meta. Well. So I think essentially to conclude that last part that we were talking about, if you like golf, this is not for you. Yeah. So if you're physically active, this is not for you. No. And also to kind of just introduce ourselves. Yeah. Which we haven't done. That's awesome. We actually, I think, should we pull out the special piece of paper? I think we should pull out the special piece of paper. Guys, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Declaration of Independence. Yeah. What if that was the paper we were talking about? What if it was the Constitution and we just read it front to back? Verbatim. I think that would be very informational. That's not the Constitution. No, that is. We the people. Or no, what is that? Art thou in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Actually, when I worked at McDonald's, there was first of all, everybody there was terrible, right? Yeah. Conservative, white, abusive, super religious town. There was this kid there. This is actually I'm just remembering this for the first time in a long time. I'm loosening my belt. He was like super Republican. He got a tattoo that said "We the People," and I was just messing around because I was who I am, and I said, "What's the First Amendment?" And he didn't know, and then I tweeted about it because I was like big on Twitter at my high school. Like I won best social media. So important. Whatever. But I would always tweet silly things, and they like would get around. Sure. And I tweeted about that, and I thought it was funny. I probably got like 30 likes, which at the time on Twitter. No, Twitter's a different place. If you get more than 6 pieces of engagement, period, retweets, likes, it's huge. It's huge. Yeah, and I think I got like 40 likes, 30 likes or something. That's major. Somehow it got back to him, even though that can't be the kind of guy who has Twitter. His girlfriend wanted to fight me, not as a joke. She tweeted me, and then she found my Snapchat, DM me. She was like, "I'm coming to McDonald's after work tomorrow. You and I are gonna duke it out." And because my boyfriend doesn't know the First Amendment. And I was like, "Okay, don't claim that." That's like getting like a tattoo from a movie and then not knowing the movie. I'm like, it's that's like, crazy, girl. Do I look like the kind of person who can fight? And she looked like the kind of person who had gotten into fights before. I know exactly what you're talking about. I just talk shit online. Yeah, and you were tiny too. You were not, and that's probably why. 5'9". She was like, I can take this twig, bitch. I'm not even worried about it. That was the second time I almost got into a fight. And second and only actual time. Yes. Well, yes, because there was another time. There was this girl in town who was like a year older than me, and she had a little cousin who was 9, and
people would throw these like big parties, and she would take this 9-year-old to the parties and post Snapchat videos of him getting drunk. And I think I tweeted about it where I was like, hey, stop getting your 9-year-old cousin drunk. And somebody at work who knew her was like, you need to delete that, because if she sees that, she's gonna beat your ass.
She'll kill you.
She would have beat my ass for sure.
She's getting her 9-year-old cousin drunk. She would kill you, decapitate you, and hide your body and get away with it.
It would
no questions
not
asked.
have been pretty.
That's the most small town that you grew up in thing that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
In my life.
I
Like, that
remember
makes sense for your town.
I remember seeing those and being like, dang. And she would like, she'd post and be like, look, he's 9 and he's like so drunk. And I'd be like, oh, man.
Okay, that is so like reminiscent of the 70s and 80s, but the ish is that you cannot, the reason why the 70s and 80s and like people growing up then and even the 90s could be like that is because they didn't have Snapchat. If you're gonna do crazy things like that, you can't post it.
Post on your private, man. Why am I seeing it? I don't know.
Send it
like
to
that.
your group chat.
Yeah.
Don't post it on social
do
media.
it, yeah.
Here's an idea.
Maybe don't get your 9-year-old drunk.
Like, there's an idea too.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Those are the only 2 times that I can think of where I genuinely almost got my ass beat. And I always had this this plan, like after I started talking shit online, because I did get some other people angry, not to the point where they would have beat my ass, but I did have a plan. Like if I ever got into a fight, I was going to here, hold my mic real quick. Sure. Seriously, my real plan was that I was gonna get up, hold my fist out, and and just spin in a circle really fast, like.
That was your plan?
Yeah, so they wouldn't be able to like get my face, or like so that no matter what, they were gonna have to come through the iron fist.
That is crazy. The idea of skinny, teeny, tiny you swinging your little toothpick arms around.
They could have broke me in half.
No question. And also, that's a bad plan because you're spinning. Your back is to them at some point.
It would have been terrible. I would have died.
You would have died. You would have died.
And that girl with the cousin. She was big.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say anything negative. She was a big girl.
Yeah.
She actually. This is a funny thing I remember right now. She did give me a crazy bruise when we were playing basketball one time. Cause
was this post the Snapchat incident or pre?
This is way pre. This is when I was probably like 8th grade. Or I was probably like a freshman. She was a sophomore. I was like, she just rammed her big body into me. And I was at that time 5'7". I'm talking
like 80 pounds.
Literally ran to me. I had the largest bruise anyone's ever seen on my vulva. Cause I got a big kitty. I do, and I think the rest of me was so small that probably was the part of me that was protruding.
My fat ass pussy broke the fall.
It was protruding, so that is where I got the bruise. I remember I was like, Mom, I don't want to show it to you, so I had to take a picture to show her.
I'm almost having
black
tears.
And blue. My whole vulva, black and blue. So
that is.
Imagine what she would have done to my face had she find out my tweet about her getting her cousin
pussy
drunk.
Was that bruise. Imagine what my cheek and eye would have looked like.
I don't even want to know. I'd be blind. She would have scooped one of my eyebrows. Or one of my eyebrows. Damn, she would have taken one of my eyebrows. Yeah. Anyway, long story short.
I almost started a fight one day, and I was feeling really badass because everybody was on my side. But I think I've told you this. It was my senior year, and earlier on in the day, this girl, I almost said her name, not important. She was the worst. Like, we were friends for a period, and then I ended up really disliking her. I hope she's doing well now. But she was making fun of my friend for being gay, but she wasn't gay. But they were this is like so much information. I'm gonna give it all to you. They were in art class, and my friend, or the girl that I don't like, I'm just gonna give her a name, Kelly. Kelly's not her name. Kelly was making fun of my friend because Kelly and her friends were talking about how Channing Tatum is so sexy, and my friend didn't agree with Kelly. She was like, I don't think he's that attractive. And so she's like, what, are you gay? And I found out about it because I went to the bathroom, and my friend, who, she had it so tough. People were so mean to her, and she was like very slightly cognitively delayed, very intelligent young woman though, and people like treated her like she just wasn't shit, which like is terrible and incredibly ableist. And she was crying in the bathroom, and I was like, girl, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? And she told me about it, and I was like, I was seething. And this was also like the beginning of my white feminism era, so I was like, gay is okay. So I was like, this is terrible. So I was like, I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna beat her up. Like, there's just no. I was not a fighter. I was a goody two shoes. I mean, look at me. Like, it's not just a surprise. You know what I mean? So then all day I was telling people, like, because it was a small school, and we were all like in the advanced classes together. It was like the same 30 kids all day. So I'm like, I'm gonna tell Kelly, like, that she's a fucking bitch, and I'm gonna tell her, and if it gets physical, I'm ready for it to get physical. I don't even care. And we had 8th period together, so the last period of the day. So the last period of the day rolls around. Everybody at that point knows that I'm coming for her throat. We all get into class, and you can feel it in the air. You can feel it in the air. I walk in, it's like everybody's looking at me. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where's Kelly at? Kelly's not there yet. So I'm like, and she should have been there. So I think that she
was scared.
She was scared. I think she was scared, which is funny because I was such a nerdy kid. So like the fact that I was just on one that day, I think people were like, Alexis has snapped. Alexis has lost their mind. So I literally was like, I walked into the class. I remember just feeling so like, and like I'm walking in there, and then right as I'm like getting ready, like she's not in there yet, but I'm like getting ready to mentally prepare. My teacher comes in and he goes, Alexis, Mr. Faust wants to see you. That was my principal at the time.
Ooh,
and I go into the principal's office. He's like, I know, looking back on this, he probably was like, first of all,
what are you
no, you're not. Right. First of all, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Second of all, why is this like good ass kid trying to act? Because I was such a goody two shoes. Like, so he just called me in and he was like, what's going on? Like, that was his energy. He's like, what's going on? And I was like, well, Kelly called this girl gay and she's not gay, and so I was gonna give her a piece of my mind. And he was like, he literally was just like, drop it. Just drop it. And then I had to drop it, and then it was a really awkward. I had to go back to class, and class had started at that point, and everybody was like looking at me like,
and
walk
was Kelly
in.
there?
Kelly was there, and nothing happened. Nothing came of it. And that was the time I almost got into a fight. The only time I've ever almost gotten into a fight.
Yeah,
So.
A little different from my story, but yours a little bit more serious because you guys were face to face.
I was ready.
You were there. You had to go to the principal's office.
And also, what a bad plan to tell everybody what my plan is. Like, keep it to yourself.
You weren't used to it. You weren't used to having.
I didn't know how the fighting girls act. I wasn't used to that life. It was my first taste of like the mafia lifestyle.
I'm trying to think. Me and my siblings would get into like pretty hardcore fisticuffs.
Yeah.
I threw my sister through a door once. You know about that. Like,
I do.
My sister pushed me up against our freezer, and like in return, I pushed her. But the pantry was behind her, and we were very broke growing up. So the wood probably full of termites or something. Like it clearly was not in good shape.
It was just paper painted to look like a door.
It was just a sheet of paper, but she went right through that thing.
Aww.
She went right through the pantry. My dad threatened to fight me a bunch.
I feel like it's a common thing. Well, maybe not that, but I think it's common for siblings to get into fisticuffs. I never experienced that because I had like a 7-year and then 11-year age difference with my siblings, so we didn't really grow up together. But I would imagine that like if my little brother and I were like 2 years apart, I would want to beat him up, and he probably would beat me up.
It's also like the only person that you can beat up without consequence.
Because I can beat your ass and you're still gonna like sleep in the same room with me. You don't have a choice. Yeah. We can still talk shit about mom at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's nobody, because it's unconditional love. You know what I mean?
You're gonna come back together. You don't have a choice, especially when you're young.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like all of these anecdotes are great to get to know us.
So important.
Let's get to know who you and I are together.
Let's do it. Do you want a
romantic relationship?
How long we've been together? As a loving.
My hand's a little sweaty.
Your hands sweaty? Never. Lucky for you, mine are.
They're a little more than usual.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna start. The first thing I'm gonna say is Audra has the clammiest hands in all of Ohio.
But what else are they? Extremely soft.
Oh, incredibly soft. Yeah. Incredibly soft. One day when we bring this on a international worldwide tour,
I'll get everybody a handshake.
Like really expensive VIP tickets, and the only reason why they're so expensive is because the handshake is included.
I would get people telling me that in the McDonald's drive-thru when I give them their cash back. My teacher, my like homeroom teacher, like 8th grade year.
You've always had clammy hands.
No, not clammy, soft.
Sorry. But do you know why they're soft? Because they're always wet.
I think I might have hyperhidrosis sometimes.
I don't think you do.
I don't think I do anymore.
In your hands.
There was a period of time, though, where I would get so nervous. Well, maybe this was just nerves. I remember the first time this happened to me. I thought the ceiling was leaking because I felt literal drips going down the side of my body.
You know how the ceiling would.
I did not even process genuinely that it was
That's
my
crazy.
armpits.
I've never experienced that.
Yeah, you don't.
I think you have severe anxiety, though. You know what I mean? No offense. That's the first thing about you. And now share something about me. I just shared something about you.
Ooh, wait, I wrote down some things about you, actually.
Oh, I have nothing written down, but I was thinking about them on my way here.
I wrote down some things that I think would give a good overview of who you are. Every person that you've ever been in a serious relationship with realized they were trans after you guys started dating.
Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%.
And you got both.
I've had both. I've had trans woman, trans guy.
Yeah.
Well, zero. It sort of trans mask. Trans femme, trans mask.
You got the testosterone. You got the estrogen.
I don't even think my ex identifies as a woman. I think it's just trans femme.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got a trans femme and trans mask. Was in my first real relationship, lasted like a year and 8 months. At the time, identifying as a man, and then I found out via one of my old friends that I remember her being like dead name is a girl now and this is her name now, and I was like, hell fucking yeah. And we've since like had lunch together and stuff, and she's just great. I love her. I think she's great. And then yeah, I got together with my current partner, and was she, they ended up, and then I don't remember it ever being like a deal, like a thing that like he was trans mask, because I think I just don't give a fuck, and like I've never cared. And I think also it was just kind of like there were signs, you know what I mean? Like
he shaved his head pretty early on.
You know what I mean? And he was looking like a little boy.
He had an undercut, like, let's be real.
Yeah. So I was like, he went from Hey Mamas-esque to
100%
trans mask, and yeah. So yeah, I just have that effect on people. I just make them realize that they hate who they are, and that they need to be somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, I've had that effect on our friendship. You were a girl when we met, and now you're non-binary.
Who said that?
Where's your hair?
My haircut's kind of starting to look a little bit like a bob, I think.
It's giving bob. It's giving bob.
It's getting long. It's kind of long right now.
It's a little long in the back to be a bob. It's giving mullet, actually. Yeah, it's giving short mullet. I like it.
It is giving mullet. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Some days more than others.
Mm-hmm. I know you don't like it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, just having long hair, it's so easy to just put into a bun.
And I think also when you spent time as a girl, I think you were a really pretty girl. You know what I mean? With like your really long, hey, no problem. With your really long curly red hair, and like you were doing it really well. So it's like, to try something else is really scary, because I was never like a pretty girl, you know what I mean? So like leaning into my like non-binariness and masculinity more so than my femininity, or doing a little bit of both, just felt so much better, because like trying so hard to like be this thing and it never fit. And also in part because I was like plus size and mixed, and like in a sea of skinny white girls who were like under 5'7" and I'm 5'10". Mm-hmm. That was another thing too, was like Western beauty standards, but also I just never, even like in college when I was like femming it up a little bit more, it just never felt good. So I feel like for me, like abandoning that part of me, I was like, I don't give a fuck, because she never worked anyway. Like she was never making sense, you know?
See, I was beautiful.
And you were going on a lot of dates with men.
I mean, my hair was down to my ass too. Yeah. Like I had long hair. And I think seeing photos of Chapel Roan recently, she has such long, beautiful red hair.
It's dyed though.
I have been feeling like, I know, it's not real.
That's real.
Some of us are natural. Some of us aren't. I have been like, I wish I had like super long hair recently.
That's fair.
But I also ebb and flow. Sometimes I love having short hair. Yeah. I haven't had really long hair in years. Because even before this cut, it's been short. You're
keeping it pretty short. Yeah. I just shaved my head today. I'm growing it out.
Oh, you have? Oh.
Did I tell you? I'm growing it out, and I'm going to get locks. And I want to be locked up by the time I'm 30.
Oh, you're going to get like real locks.
I want to lock my hair. Like, I'm not going to get a protective style that is like faux locks on my hair. I might put faux locks on top of my locks to protect them while they grow at some point. Yeah. But like, my intention is, because I'm 25, I have 5 years, 4.5 till I'm, not even 4.5, 4 years or sometime till I'm 30. Mm-hmm. My goal is my plan, which it could change at a time, but I really don't want it to. My plan is to be in my 30s and spend my 30s locked up.
Oh, that's gonna look so good on you.
I know. I met this woman at work at my job recently. She was just like a customer, and she was like mixed like me, similar complexion. She had been like her late 30s, and she had locks, and they were like long, and they had been dyed like almost kind of like your color, but not quite. And I was just like, I thought she was the most beautiful person I've ever seen. I was like, I love your locks. I'm going to lock my hair. I just like told her all this information, and she didn't ask for it. And she was like, I love that. I think you're going to look beautiful. Aww. And I was like, thank you so much. You really think so? So I just need it. Like the way that I felt when it was time for me to go bald, like the way in which I couldn't stop thinking about it. Mm-hmm. And it was all that I saw. And every time I saw like a bald black woman, I was like, I need that. Mm-hmm. Like now that I feel that way about locks. Like I felt that way about locks for a long time. I need to really let things ruminate before I make that decision for my hair, because like, you know, it takes a long time to grow this shit out, and like to commit to going bald was a lot. So committing to growing it is a lot too. So
you're done bleaching it?
I am, until I would bleach it when I get locks, but for now I'm done bleaching it.
New era.
Oh, it's a big new era.
You've had some good hair eras.
I've had great hair eras.
I love your butterfly locks.
My passion twists were like those were like the ones that were long.
Yes, where you had like
flowy.
the purple. You had the bisexual colors at one point, right?
I did. Oh, so good.
That was a really good moment for you.
I've had good hair in my 20s so far, and I'm glad.
There was a time where you had really, really long hair. When we went to LA, you had your
I had my wig on. Yeah.
What kind of wig is that?
A headband wig. Yeah.
That was a moment.
That was a moment because I was in LA with some like 20-inch hair. I think it's 22
we were
actually.
Young too.
We were
21.
That's crazy.
I don't know why.
That was only 4 years ago, but that was 10 years ago, by the way. Also,
I feel like we were babies though.
It was so different.
Before.
It was so different. We were so different as people.
Were.
Oh my God, yeah, I was out there with my long hair. There's like that one picture of me that like you took of me like kind of candid when I'm standing on the street corner. I said, I'm the most beautiful person to ever live.
I really was like, wow, this needs to be captured.
I was like, we are so attractive. The rooftop pictures of us. I was like, we are the most attractive people in LA. Everybody else did not seem to feel that way, but we felt that way.
I was wearing a polyester Shein dress that whole time. Mind you, these people were wearing couture.
No, they were couture.
Okay, wait, let's pull out. Okay, so basically what we did is we put down some memories that we have together in this bowl. Let's get a little ASMR moment on there. And we're going to randomly pull one out and then talk about whatever the memory is. You want me to pull the first one?
Yeah, you pull the first one. Here, I'll hold the bowl.
All right, let's see.
In a cinematic way. It's a cute bowl.
Thank you. It's a yarn bowl.
Yeah, it is. I can see the little swirl.
Okay, let's see.
Swirl.
I hope it's not one that I wrote.
I want you to pick one of mine.
It is one that I wrote, but that's okay.
Okay.
I just wrote down Nashville. We went to Nashville.
Nashville. So when was that? 2022?
2023, I think.
2023. You want to say why or should I say why?
Why we went to Nashville?
Yeah.
You go ahead, sorry.
So we went to Nashville because this was like at the time where like Don't Say Gay and things like that were really ramping up. And obviously I don't know, maybe it's not clear, but we are queer. Maybe it's not clear.
I'm straight. But you
and
are.
you're cisgender?
Yeah, and I'm also an ally, kind of. I'm not an ally to the T.
It's like the LGB.
Yeah, the two separate
You're an LGB
things.
ally.
Not even the B.
You're an LG, mainly G ally.
Yeah, because the lesbians are pushing it sometimes.
Yeah, because you know.
But white gay men are great.
White cis gay men.
Love them.
But I actually do love them. But that's not the point right now.
They have their moment.
We're queer. And so we were just like, you know, feeling like, what can we do? And some artists that we really appreciate put together something called Love Rising in Nashville. It was organized by Allison. I can't remember her last name.
Could not tell you.
But I follow her on Instagram. But she organized it with a bunch of other people, and it was basically like insanely talented musicians coming together to all just like perform for one night. And like Brittany Howard, which is like the love of my life, not literally love of my life, but like the musician of my lifetime. Like she is my like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, like she is my thing. Brittany Howard, Hozier, Haley Williams.
Hozier was there.
We literally saw Hozier live.
I was like 3 feet from Hozier.
I know, 'cause you were taking pictures.
Wow, I forgot about that.
This guy was photographing. Yeah, Julian Baker was there. A bunch of queer and also just ally artists were there, and so we went to Nashville for 2 nights.
Maybe 2 nights.
2 nights, because we had the first night. We got there. We had our first night. It was Love Rising. We had our second night, and then we left the third day. Yeah. I think. That sounds about right. And we were there in Nashvilling it up. And listen, I'll tell you, Love Rising was cute. I enjoyed nothing else. I liked that there was music audible no matter where you went.
That was cute.
That was fun. But I will tell you this, and this is why. This is what I think of every single time I think about going to Nashville. 4 black people. Me and 3 other, not just black, people of color, period, at all, that I saw the entire time, other than Love Rising. Love Rising was incredibly diverse.
Yeah, I'm guessing people were coming from like, quite a bit of ways.
And like all of the queer people, all of like the people there who are like marginalized living in Nashville and from around came to support. Other than that, I counted 4 with myself included. 3 people of color, 3 people who were not white. I said, why are we traveling to a nationally renowned city?
A metropolis.
And I am one of few That ain't right.
So crazy.
That ain't right.
I remember we walked into a bar, and I think I went first, and then Jax,
and then me.
who's trans, visibly trans.
Yep. We are a trio.
It's a trio
to be seen.
I was good at the time.
For sure.
I still am. I'm still like.
You're the one who sits in the front seat of lifts 100%. And stuff because you're the most digestible.
Yeah, because I'm white. I like can look pretty femme.
Right.
And like undetectably queer at times. I mean, whatever. But at that time, my hair wasn't long, but I was like looking femme. Yeah. Whatever. Even I walked in and I was like, I don't think it's just, and I was wearing a French jacket.
I'm serious. It had to be. I was trying to assimilate. We were all like yeehawed up.
Yeah.
We walked in and I swear to God, and it's a common experience to walk into a bar and everybody looks at you, right? Like that's like something that my friends and I have talked about. It's just how it goes. But holy fucking shit, dude, the energy in there. It was giving white supremacist galore Nazi meeting that we crashed. Like they were looking at us, and the feeling was like, "Why are you in here? You need to leave." But violent. I was scared.
Well, I think it was like, a black person and a trans person. We never seen something like this before.
Why is that boy 5'2"? Boys. Why is there makeup on that 5'2" boy's face?
That boy had beautiful blue eyes.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, they were scared.
It was giving local bar, like the place that the locals go.
Which was weird because it was on what is it, Broadway?
I think Main Street. Broadway.
Yeah, it was at like their
main road.
Big street. But while on that trip, we did go to like the nearby like gay town.
The lesbian bar that we went into.
Yeah,
it was cute.
And I took an edible there, and I accidentally got really high and a little bit drunk as well. And do you remember what you did?
I genuinely have a very shaky memory.
You will remember this. When we went to that restaurant, I had taken an edible. I don't even know. Had I taken an edible? I might have only been drunk. I can't remember. But
I don't know what you're about to say.
We were like ordering food, and you like ordered food, but you didn't like it, and then
I genuinely don't remember this. Keep going.
You, me, and Jax were sitting at this table. By the way, your partner didn't even come.
He didn't want to come. He was like, I am like, okay, if you think their partner's visibly transgender, throw my partner in the mix. Everybody's fucked up.
Beard
triple D's, curvaceous as hell, like very visibly trans. Did not come because he was like, I'm not going to the South for. He's like, I'm not going to the South. Y'all got that. And I was like, okay, I'll miss you.
That was very fair, and honestly, he was onto something with that.
Yeah.
I love the concert though, but the three of us were at this restaurant, missing out on Z, who's typically with us. Yeah. But you ordered food and then you didn't like it, and you came back and you were like, well, I want to order more food. But
we were yes, I do remember this. Oh,
and this isn't a story that can be told like as sincerely or as like funny as it was in the moment, but also just like being in like Nashville.
We're away from home. It's just the three of us, which is already strange because it's always the four of us. When we're doing something big, it's the four. Like we went to Chicago, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, so it's just the three of us. This guy, I mean, I smoke weed literally every single day. This guy doesn't smoke, doesn't edible on occasion when they're feeling crazy. So this guy's often edible, too much of an edible for them. And so it's the three of us. This guy's not feeling real. We're at this like little like pizza like place where you just kind of like order at the window. They hand it to you. You can eat it there if you want. You can take it to go. I ordered it. That shit was a joke. It was literally giving frozen burger slapped real quick in the microwave. Like it was so bad. And so I'm like,
I don't know, dude. It was just so funny.
It was just so funny. I didn't like my food, and for some, I think I was feeling judged by the man at the front, just in general. So I
don't really think he cared. I think he was in on us.
Even if I'd felt judged, he doesn't give a fuck. If I had gone up there and ordered more food, so I am like, I need to order a different piece of food, but I'm too scared. So I fake a phone call.
Mind you, you go outside.
I went outside to fake a phone call as if we have another friend waiting at the hotel. I create this whole world.
Mind you, no one can hear you outside. No one can hear you outside.
There was no reason for this to occur. I'm outside. I'm like, and I was outside.
You were doing the conversation.
I was like, oh, hey, Kelsey. Like, yeah, no, we're here now. Like, oh, yeah, do you want some pizza or something? Like, yeah, we can get you some.
Jax and I can barely hear you because we're sitting like by the window, so we are hearing a very muffled version of you like talking to someone who's not real, being like, oh, you want the pizza? Did you want pepperoni on it? No, just cheese.
Yeah, I'm like doing this whole thing. So then I come inside. I think I'm still pretending to be on the phone. I'm like, okay, is that okay? I'm like, I like go back up to the front and I'm like, can I get this? Like, whatever. Thank you. Is that all you want? Thank you.
It's just for my friend. Like,
and then I bought it and it was also bad. But it was just crazy because this guy can't keep it together even a little bit throughout that entire thing.
It's so funny.
Like, couldn't handle it. Jax is just being Jax, like kind of not saying much, not feeling well probably. And I'm just going, I tagged on like 8 minutes to this thing when I could have just gone to can I get a slice of cheese pizza?
You could have walked up there, no issues, and said, can I get a slice of pizza?
Right?
But, yeah, because I just can't. It was so stupid. It didn't need to happen. And like, it's just the fact that none of it mattered because you were outside and no one could hear that you were doing the bit. Like, no one knew.
God.
We went to another bar that night. Do you remember there was that there was like ski
bar
thing? What is that called?
Oh, shot ski.
Yeah, and we did that. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, that was in Nashville?
Yes.
That was in Chicago.
No, was he there?
No, yeah, that was in Chicago.
Oh.
Because we went to that lesbian bar and we did a little shot ski in the back corner.
No,
because we were in
this might have been
Andersonville.
Nashville. Well,
No,
we need to pull up the picture and see if he's in the picture.
Because that was in Andersonville. I do remember that. Because we went to one lesbian bar in Andersonville, and then it was like nothing else was around, so we wanted to go back to Boys Town.
Any fond memory I have at a gay bar is probably not going to be in Nashville, so I need to learn.
Talk about it. Yeah, that was the time. That was the time we had.
Ooh, something else that happened in Nashville. This is like a core memory for me in Nashville. We were on top of that rooftop bar hanging out.
Yup.
And I got a call from an Ohio number, and I answered it.
Of course I have to answer it.
All right. And it was my doctor letting me know that my gynecologist test results are back and that I did have bacterial vaginosis
BV.
and that I was going to need to be on an antibiotic.
Tested positive for BV in Nashville. Yeah. And then like a few weeks later, I also tested positive for BV.
Because we were rubbing together.
Because we were rubbing our cooters together in Nashville because we're in a loving relationship.
Right.
So that'll do it.
Yeah.
Nashville was a time. There were moments that I enjoyed. Like being on that rooftop bar was cute because it was just the three of us. We were away from a lot of other people, which is always nice. And we were just like getting our drink on a little bit. I took some cute selfies. I bought those cute fuzzy glasses. I was in like that white dress. We were like, we were having a good time. But in general, there was nothing there. The only reason, and this, I would do this anywhere in America. The only reason I would go back to Nashville is to go to the queer scene and find like the drag shows and the like alternative drag shows. It is there, like it has to be. There was like that one bus. I don't know if you remember seeing that bus outside of the concert venue that was like a drag queen bus, and like you could like go on there and like be on a party bus with drag queens, which I think is really cool. But like I would want to go find like the drag kings, queens, and things of Nashville, but like it's not at the top of my list. You know what I mean? Not even a little bit.
It's not close to the top of my list. Chicago, on the other hand, we'll talk about that another day, but
amazing.
Great time in Chicago.
Nowhere below the Mason-Dixie line is on my list. You know what I mean?
One thing about me is I'm going to accidentally, because I don't get high, I'm going to accidentally get really high in a city that I've never been in.
Ooh, we have to talk about that next time. Chicago, amazing. I think we have to wrap this up soon because I have to leave for work in 9 minutes. Anything you want to say? Anything you want the people to know? This is our first episode. I'm at POV. It's somebody's first time listening to us. They don't know anything about us. Is there anything you need them to know about me, about you, about us, about this podcast?
Yeah.
What to expect?
Right.
You've had a little piece of makeup on your face this whole time.
And you did it.
I've been thinking about it, but I've been.
One thing about me is I'm gonna have that.
It's okay. That's just what makes you you.
I'm so quirky.
We have to re-record this whole thing now.
What? Huh? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind, since I was just talking about my gynecologist call, is that I just so the viewer knows, you should really be lucky that you can't smell through a video. Because I need to get checked out again.
No, because I can smell it. I'm just kidding. I can't smell it. I'm just kidding.
That's my biggest fear. I did know somebody where you could smell it.
Oh,
so
that's
serious.
tough. That's tough.
Vaginal
care is difficult.
Because
we live in a world that'll sell you things that tell you that you need to smell like flowers and rainbows, but it turns out you can smell like whatever and it doesn't matter.
I have a pH balance wash I use regularly, but I think I need an antibiotic.
Maybe talk to your doctor about which one you use, because you're not really supposed to do that. The only thing you're supposed to put down there is just some water. And what I do, because I use unscented, because I have really sensitive skin, so we have to use unscented body wash, and I have to use unscented lotion, is I will take just a little extra, off on my hands, I'm using my loofah, and I'll have just a little extra on my hand. I'll get a little wet, so it's mostly rinsed off, and I don't go inside, but I go betwixt the labia majora, and I just get in there and I do a little wash. And it's nothing too crazy.
I think some pH balances are okay. I think it's like the the fruity scented.
Right,
What's
when
that
you get
brand?
scents.
Summer's Eve. I feel like that's
Don't
like
use
the
Summer's Eve if you have a
no-no.
cooter. Don't.
But I think there are some things that you can use. I don't know. I'd have to
Ask your doc.
Yeah.
And I bet you they can like recommend something that like is maybe with a slightly higher price tag that's like gynecologist recommended, that maybe they could give you something over the counter or something.
Right.
Even.
Other than that,
there's really nothing else about us that anybody needs to know.
No, that's the main thing. No, that probably was TMI to say. I really hope none of my coworkers ever listen to
need this podcast to be full of TMI. I will talk about my poop. I think I had food poisoning 2 days ago.
You need to talk about your nipples next time.
Oh my god. I need to show them so that a doctor can tell me what's going on with them.
Can we get any doctors in the chat?
Anything? I'm trying to think of anything I want people to know. I feel like something. Here's something. I think that we're both. I think we're both very stubborn people, and I think we're both people who are who we are, and that's it. And I think maybe because we're 25. You're 25, yeah. I think because we're both 25, I feel like people might expect us to be a little bit like hesitant. I'm not hesitant. I am who to speak on anything.
Oh hell no.
Even if and here's the thing, I will say. I'll speak on something, and if I'm wrong, I'm okay with being wrong.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm always.
I have humility.
Yeah.
I'm more than open to learning, but like just know that like if you don't like opinionated people, you're not gonna like this podcast.
Yeah, and I think also we're not like afraid to talk about serious things.
Not at all.
We're gonna laugh, but also when something serious happens in the world, or even if something serious is always happening in the world,
especially right now.
Sometimes things weigh heavier on your heart than others, and if it comes up, it comes up, and I'm gonna share my honest opinion about it.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
And I am 100% always open to learning. I am never 100% sure that my take is the right take.
Right. I encourage now, which this is a lot to ask because I know how the internet is. I want to encourage respectful, adult-like communication. If we say something, if we use a term or we refer to something in a certain way that you don't enjoy, that's okay. Slide in the DMs and respectfully let us know. And we will respectfully thank you, or we will respectfully say, hey, I actually don't know if that's whatever. We can have respectful discourse. Right. But like, that's something I really like about the podcast that I listen to is like, they have learned and they have grown because they started in 2016. It's 2025 now. They're still going strong. They have made mistakes. They have said they were doing like a rewind thing where they like listen to their first episodes and like talk about them. And they were talking about how in the first episode they used the word prostitute like a bunch of times. And they're like, I would never use that word now. But like, it was 2016. I didn't know any better. Like, that's the kind of thing I want. Not that we're saying the word prostitute and like crazy slurs or anything like that. Not that prostitute's a slur, but you know what I'm saying. Right. We're human. We're human.
I mean, generally, we're both very progressive, left-leaning people.
Left-leaning.
We are like very far left people. So, I mean, if you are a person who genuinely mourned Charlie Kirk's death, this is not going to be the podcast for you, y'all. This is not going to be the podcast for you.
That's why I wore this shirt, because I was looking at my drawer, because I was like, okay, I know I'm going to wear my jorts, but I was like, what shirt am I going to wear? And I saw this, and I was like, we have to set the tone. We have to, because I don't want... And, I mean, if you want to listen to other people's opinions who think differently than you, and you're a Republican and you want to listen, that's fine. Do what you got to do. But, like, you're not going to like it.
Probably really not gonna like it. I mean, we're very queer people.
I mean, we're both not binary.
We do drag.
Yeah. Like, I take my clothes off and shake my big triple D boobs and my big fat stomach for money.
Yeah.
I'm doing it tomorrow.
I don't do that, but I do other very, very strange things.
You take your clothes off and show your muscles. Your fake muscle suits.
I do have quite a few fake muscle suits that I wear.
Yeah.
I have a few. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to talk next episode about our origin story of not wearing wigs.
We do, and just our friendship.
Yeah. I feel good. Do you feel good? Is there anything else you want to say?
No. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you to the 200 million people who we have listening to the first ep.
Guys, I can't believe this like fame is like, I promise it's not going to get to our head, but it means so much to us. It really means so much to us.
We're moving to LA.
Woo!
I wouldn't.
I would never do that. I literally would never do that, nor would I move to New York City.
I would travel to LA.
I would move to Chicago.
I would move to Chicago as well. I could see that in our future.
I could see that too. That's in my future for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was trying to pull it out too. What's our outro? Remember, I'm not Audra.
And I'm not Lex.
And we are not wearing wigs. You matched pitch?
I know, I wanted to. That's good.